Well, I'm delighted to say I'm joined by my old friend, my old podcast partner, indeed, the one and only Mr. Aaron Chalmers. You're looking bearded and beautiful, and you're a double dad in lockdown, aren't you?
I am, mate. How are you? I am. I'm a two lockdown babies. So, yeah, it's been a bit of a madness since I last spoke. I feel like it's flew over though, Gareth. I feel like we've done the podcast and then everything kind of it come to a halt, and then the next thing you know, it was lockdown, and now we're in nearly the end of 2021. It's like, where's the time going?
We know you, of course, in different guises as the guy that dazzled everyone, the man that everybody loved on Geordie Shore, the mellow guy, the one that looked after everyone else, the former rigger, the guy that had done kickboxing, the handsome tattooed dude. But then you became a mixed martial artist. I covered 4 of your fights in Bellator, 4 in Bellator, 3 in BAMMA, and that kind of ended with lockdown.
Yeah.
And now tell us what's about to happen.
So I'm switching to the pro boxing game, but see, with the MMA, I always have a regret of I never took it fully serious, Gareth. I would do an 8-week training camp. Because I won the first fight. I would just say I'd done an 8-week camp, won or lost. Then I would go missing for 2-3 months on the drink, partying. Then I would get another fight booked in, and I would do the same again, 8 weeks. So I was never any better from the first fight to the last fight because I never continued the trip. So I would get in camp. It would take 6 weeks to get fit. Then I would do 2 weeks of maybe technique, but I was never any better in any area because I never put the work in. And I always regret thinking, if I had done it properly, where would I have been? But in a way, I now look and think it wasn't meant to be. It's pushed us into the direction of I've done my pro license 2 weeks ago. So I've got to do my brain scanning, my medical again to get that. I've been down with Adam Booth for 14 months, consistent. The only time I've been home is when my baby was born and when I've been injured, not a few weeks ago. So it's been I've been through 3 of Mick Conlan's, three of Mick Conlan's fights with him, 3 of his camps, all of them for 12 weeks at a time. So
do you spar with him or not? Do you spar with him?
We do body sparring because he's a lot smaller, but he's powerful. He's really powerful. But it's a good mixture because we've got lads at the top of the game, your Josh Kellys, your Mick Conlans, and we've got all the way down to lads who are just having the first pro fight, amateurs. So it's a good mixture of people. And I think from when people see me last MMA fight, I was kind of sloppy. I was just a bit of a brawler to what I've been learning under Adam Booth in his gym. I think there's going to be a big surprise. And like I say now, when I have a fight, I'll not be going missing for 3 months because now I don't drink. So what I'll be doing is having a fight, maybe having a few slices of cheesecake, and then I'll be going back down the gym the same week because I've only got 2 or 3 years to do this because I'm 34 now. So if I'm going to do it, I want to do it properly and end on a high.
Obviously, Mick, just digressing slightly, Mick Conlan has a big fight coming up with Lee Wood, hasn't he? For the world title, the WBA featherweight crown. Does he win that? Because Lee Wood's a terrific fighter as well.
Do you know this? Lee Wood is tremendous. But for me, I see Mick day in, day out, and the talent and the work he puts in. I've never met anyone who works as hard in my whole entire life, and he deserves to be where he is. And I think it's going to be on St. Patrick's Day or around then. So for me, it's Mick all day and night. But seeing that, it's going to be a tremendous fight as well.
So just tell me about the obviously you fought as a pro MMA fighter. I know that you were a formidable kickboxer when you were younger as well. You're transferring your skills. How are you looking at the Jake Pauls and the Tommy Furies at this world, or are you looking, to fight guys who are just starting in their career? Are you looking at celebrity YouTube fights, or what is it?
No. So I'll be honest with you. So I was asked this, so me and Adam sat down and he was like, do you want to go down the route of just the celebrity route? And I was like, no, because that's not fulfilling me being a professional boxer. So me fighting 3 people from Love Island in this place and that place, I'm not going to, in 3 years' time, be like, oh yeah, I was a pro boxer, because I wasn't. So I've decided to knock that on the head and go for the pro ranks, and give it everything I've got. And not that I think, I kind of know that once I get a couple of fights in, the doors will open for you, Tommy and you, Jake. But I'm not gonna mention them too much because I haven't had a fight yet. But I know once I do the first fight, people will start get talking. It'll be aired on wherever it's aired, and that's when the doors will open.
Do you see those guys though, Tommy and Jake, and think, nah, I've got the bettering of them?
Yes. Do you know, I'm as you know, I'm always quite confident. But because I've been in the gym so consistent for so long, yes, I do believe I get the better of them. I know they're a lot bigger than me, but when I hear Tommy talking, when I've heard him in interviews, he's like, yeah, I've just done an 8-week camp, and it reminds us of the old me. So he does an 8-week camp, but then you see him smoking cigars in like at Tyson's after party and stuff, which is fair enough. His brother's champion of the world, but he reminds us of me doing an 8-week camp, and he never really seems to be getting better because he's just going back and forth to the 8-week camp. So I think if or when we fight, I think I have both their numbers, but it's early days for me, so I'm not going to say too much, but I'll let the boxing do the talking.
I've got to ask you though, what do you think of Jake and Logan Paul?
I like them. I don't mind them. I think they clearly know what they're doing in the world of boxing, because it's entertainment. Granted, they're not going to be world champions. They're not going to be world champions. But fucking hell, they've come on the scene. Jake's fighting Tommy Fury. He's fought Tyron Woodley. Fucking Logan's fought Mayweather. So they're obviously doing something right. You know what I mean? So, I mean, if I can get a snippet, Tommy, Jake, and Logan, I'll retire and have a fucking tremendous life because of them. So I'm not going to call them any name under the sun, because they've kind of come from a similar background to me, and they're smashing it. So fucking good luck to them.
What weight division do you fit into then?
Middleweight, 72. I was going to go, so I fought in MMA at 77, 74, 73, and 70. I felt the best at 73. That's when I felt the fittest, and I feel like I was too small for lightweight. 77.
Too small for 170 for welterweight.
Yeah.
For light. We had to drain too much for lightweight. Yeah.
For lightweight, I kind of lost all power and stuff. So, but like I say, 72, and then obviously if the Tommy and Jake comes in, I'll just go up to 79. Not a problem. But like now, because I've got such good strength and conditioning, people around us and everything. If we just say we signed the fight for one of them at a heavier weight, I would have a full 12-week plan. So I wouldn't be draining myself. I'd be fully fueled and at a good nice weight.
You there's two things really. What drives you to do this? And also, I know that you sometimes talk about the kind of anxieties in life, and like you say, you've talked about drinking and kind of like getting out of it. How important is it for you to pass that on to other people? But also, what drives you to want to do this?
You know what drives us, right? What drives us is everyone telling me, ever since I was little, if someone told me I couldn't do something, it's like it's something in my head. I think I'm gonna go and do it. Like I remember when I was about, I think I was 14, and I was playing as a goalkeeper for like under 14s, under 15s, and I remember I tried to do 5 keepy-ups, and I couldn't do it, and that was it. From that day, I quit being a goalkeeper, and I was like, I'm gonna be a footballer. From 14 to 14, 15, 16. I went to college at 16, and I was in the college football team, which was semi-pro, and I nearly got scouted for Ross County, and that was just by pure determination of people telling us that I couldn't do something. So it's the same with the boxing. Someone tells me I can't do it. Like, people say, you'll never get the Jake Paul fight, you'll never get the Tommy fight. But everything I've set out to do in everything, in my career, in me scaffolding, I wanted to be on the oil rigs, I wanted to do this, I wanted to do this on Geordie Shore. Everything I've set out to do, I've done it through pure determination, just to prove people wrong and to prove myself right. And even more so now, I've got 2 young boys to look up to us. So I would like them to go down the route of sports, football, whichever sport they choose, football, boxing, rugby, whichever sport, anything, dancing, I don't care. But I want them to be heavily involved in sport. And what better to look up to the dad and say, oh, well, my dad was a pro boxer. He had 10 fights, or he had 8 fights. Do you know what I mean? So there's more determination than ever. But the main thing is people telling us that I can't do it.
Are you still doing any TV stuff or not?
So we do a thing called Geordie OGs, which is like, it's not like, it's the aftermath of Geordie Shore, which just follows me, Talia, and the kids around. Like, they'll do like a 6-week filming for like 2-3 days a week, just me, Talia, and the kids, and just doing normal things. Do you know what I mean? Which is, it's nice because that keeps the money coming in, which is quite easy to do. And it gives me the chance to live in Surrey and train as a full-time boxer.
So finally, Aaron, when do you think we'll see you? You're not revealing who you've signed with at the moment. Obviously, as you say, Adam's training you, Adam Booth, David Hay, George Groves, all these other guys. He's worked with so many.
The other week, we commented on one of his stories, and he replied, and I was just saying, I've switched over to pro boxing. And he was like, oh, yeah, amazing move. You'll do really well. I always thought that since the Bama days, because obviously he called a few of the fights. I told him who I was with and stuff. And he was like, can't wait to watch it. So yeah, I can't say who I'm signing with yet, but it's going to be a big announcement. And I'm very confident. I think they're looking at the end of Jan. And then I think we've got a biggest show to be on in the first week of March. And then
so you must have ambitions to sell out the O2 Arena, go to Vegas, fight at Madison Square Garden. You've got all those things that all boxers always have the ambitions of.
Do you know what it is? Of course, like, obviously when I started the MMA, I was like, I want to sell out my hometown arena. Done that on my 3rd fight, done that on the 5th fight. Went to London, went to Dublin. Next, I have to fight in America. I will fight over there. Whether it be Jake, whether it be Tommy, whether it be some other fucker from America, I will be over there.
Well, listen, when you're down in London and it's a Saturday night, come and join us in the studio for the whole show one night. We'd love to have you in, but you're not allowed to do the F-bomb when we're live on air.
I know I'm getting better because I've got kids now, and I'm getting a lot better.
You've only done it 5 times tonight, yeah.
Because they're not, yeah. Because they're in bed, so I can kind of get away with it.
Well, listen, it's lovely to see you. I'm delighted to reconnect with you, and best of luck with the boxing career, and we'll be following the journey.
Good, man. Thanks very much, Gareth. It's nice to see you.